Welcome to Sippin and Trippin with the Ladies Wine Club. My name is Nina.
I'm Sandra.
And I'm Leanne.
Hello. Thank you, Leanne. Thank you for being here today.
Thank you.
Shout out to Althea and
We miss you. Where are you, girl? Where are
y'all doing things, taking care of business, making that money. So, Leanne, thank you for being available and sitting in the seat to carry on tonight so that we can be on here.
Glad to be here.
Nice. Great. So, do you see us on, Sandra?
we are on, and we have people who are on too.
Oh.
Hi.
Okay. Very glad to be on. Now, normally when we do this, we we don't want to get serious about anything because we want you to show up. We want to drink, have fun, have some great topics. We also don't want to talk about current event normally because we want these to be evergreen. So if you listen to us today or click the same one next year, we'll still be relevant because we're not dealing with what's going on at this moment, which may not be as interesting next year. But there are times like now that we have to just take a moment and just say something about what has been going on here in America that, so, and you guys can type in and share whatever it is that you want to share about your feelings because I have been fluctuating between the storming of the Capitol in Washington, D.C., between anger and sadness. I grew up there. The Capitol is I didn't know I would be such a mushy mush about this. But we used to go on field trips. That's where I was in that metropolitan area. We were at the mall all the time, the Lincoln Memorial, Washington Monument. That's where I've gone there so many times, and to get a tour through the Capitol and look down because we weren't allowed on the floor. Down. It was just awe-inspiring, and where all the statues are. And I do have issues with statues, but I have such great memories, and I remember the echo of it and being told to be respectful and be quiet, and it just meant a lot to me. One of the last times that I went there, it was on business, and I wasn't paying for the hotel, but it was the JW Marriott, and I was looking out the window at the Capitol. It's a beautiful building, and I had no idea that I would be so emotional about seeing it attacked and destroyed, and the sedition, the insurrection, all of that in America really affected me greatly. So I just think that as a citizen, it is my duty to tell everybody the truth, not pussyfoot around and concerned about hurting somebody's feeling or offending somebody with the truth about what's going on. So I pledge to tell the truth about Joe Biden won the election. I'm not going to be brainwashed, and I'm not going to argue or try to convince anybody, but I'm not going to tolerate foolishness and let it go because that's part of the problem. And I'll do that in my own little corner of the world with not allowing any conspiracy theorists to clog up my newsfeed, take up my time without me pushing back and saying, absolutely not. I'm not going to let it go by anymore. So that's what I can do in hopes that we're never at this place again. So that's my feelings. Sandra and Leanne, if you guys wanted to say anything.
I'm not gonna really talk about it too much, just because Nina, I know you posted something, and I commented that if I think about it too much, I get sad, and then I just get effing pissed, and I'm still at that effing pissed point, and to know that it can happen, and it did happen, it so puts us in such a bad light globally.
Yeah.
It puts us in a bad light nationally, just within our own borders. And the people who enabled, the people who sat back and did nothing, which are a lot of people, because it's not like this was just a spur of the moment thing. This is kind of so
accountability.
Yes, definitely. So I just definitely condemn everyone who had a part and a part may have been not saying something.
Amen.
That's
Amen.
the end.
We lost some innocence here as a country, for
Yeah,
sure.
my thing is, I just wish it didn't come to this. They knew about him and his him being volatile a long time ago. So it should not have come to that for them to realize what a harm he is to himself and to all of us. And they should have done something about it a long time
A long
ago.
time ago. Amen,
And
sister.
it had to get to this point that we are an embarrassment to ourselves and to the rest of the world
Yes.
for them now to want to go ahead and talk about impeachment and get him out of there a week and a half before he leaves anyway. This should have been done a long time ago. I'm just really heartbroken about the whole thing. It's ridiculous. It's an embarrassment, as I discussed. I'm just sick over the whole thing. I'm just sick over the whole thing.
Amen. Okay. So that was a serious part of this. And, we just had to get this off. We couldn't go by without acknowledging where we are in our country right now. But we're going to go ahead and keep it moving and keep it light today. So let's go ahead and talk about our wines. I got a wine for y'all today. So I'll go ahead. You go first, Sandra.
Oh my goodness. It's going to be a wild ride. Buckle up, because it's going to be a wild ride with Nina drinking 15.9. Okay, but I do want to say hello to Karen and Mary, who are on, and Nancy. Actually, Nancy just joined us a little bit ago. So hi, ladies.
Hi.
We appreciate it.
Hi.
Okay, so tonight I am drinking. It's called Silk and Spice. Ooh. It is a 2018 red blend from Portugal. Oh, love Miss Portugal. Oh,
go back.
I love Portugal. It's 13% alcohol. It's very fruity, similar to my troublemaker that I had the last time we were on.
Right.
But yeah, it's very similar. So now I'm kind of thinking maybe I need to lay off the red blends because they're kind of getting the taste that's the same look. But it's not as fruity. It's they describe it as juicy, which I don't know. I kind of got a little
problem. Nasty.
I know, that's right? I kind of got a little problem with the word juicy, but that's how they describe it in the wine bottle. And they also say that the indigenous grapes to Portugal gives that unique taste. So I will see, if I can taste those very unique Portugal grapes. But it also has like notes of vanilla. So I'm very interested to see what I think of this one.
Okay. All right. And Leanne, what are you drinking tonight?
Okay, I am drinking this bottle. It's called Ava. It's from France. It's 13%. It's blackberry raspberry spice with a hint of vanilla. So it's 13%. So far, I like it. It's very tasty. I've probably had about 2.5 glasses already, and I might finish this whole bottle by myself tonight. That's how good it is. So
nice.
What kind of wine is it?
It's a red blend.
A red blend, okay. And where'd you get it from?
I got it from Publix. It was on sale for $8.99.
$8.99, really?
Wow, nice price.
And it's a pretty good sized bottle too. It's a little bigger than all the other bottles, so that's why I got it. But I like it.
Okay. All righty. So I have a wine, Bold and Fearless. Now I say it's called Exitus, but I've been corrected to say Exitus. I don't know, but I do know that it's been aged in bourbon barrels for 3 months. It's a 15.9% booze. Okay. That's a red wine. And I'm excited about this wine. I did have a little taste of it, and I can tell you it's strong. Just like my men.
Just like your man, yeah.
So I'm excited about and I didn't even let it open up. I tasted it without it breathing or anything. So I will let you know what my rating is. But so far, that little taste got me excited.
Because it's juicy.
A little taste of my men got me excited.
God.
So, ladies, while we drink, let's talk.
Okay.
Topics. Sandra, I think you're up.
All right. So my topic is a little, I wouldn't say complicated, but it's a lot of different, can go in a lot of different areas. Okay. So basically my topic is the what we as women carry around. And it's almost like a fear of we have to be a certain way. Um, not too short skirts. You can't, walk like it's now after 8 o'clock. I couldn't go out walking, or my husband perfectly fine if he wants to go out for a walk, but I can't do that as a woman because there's a certain fear um, after dark that we can't go out because men are animals. They can't control themselves.
Men are animals.
To be perfectly honest, let's call a spade a spade. My daughter was saying that a friend of hers was catcalled at a gas station. She's trying to pump gas, and men are saying, "Oh, give me a ride, baby," and "Oh, you look so good." Who wants to hear that? And who falls for that BS? You know what I mean? So, and this is a fear that we as women carry around for all of our lives, really. And my question is, have you ever had that experience where you were in a situation and you felt some fear? Or what do you think about this? Men don't think about this. I've talked about
No,
this
they
to my
don't.
husband, and he's like, what? I don't get it. They don't get it.
Yeah, so that because they're not prey, they're the predator. So what
Hmm.
and
Hmm.
to add on to that question, it may be, do you think women have a responsibility to not dress provocatively so that they don't call attention to themselves?
I don't think that a woman. I think she needs to be presentable. I don't think that she needs to be out there because if she's out there with her breast hanging out and her skirt is so short, she's looking for attention and she's going to get it, and it might not necessarily be positive attention. So she's looking for it. But I think that if a woman with a nice body, looking pretty, has a nice tight dress on, but still being ladylike, I don't think she should be cautious about what she wears if she's still being presentable, because I think, like she said, men are predators. They're gonna sometimes there's always gonna be a man out there that's gonna be extra. And there's
But
always gonna be that.
is that right though? Why should
No,
we
it's
change our
not.
behavior or what we want to wear because men are animals? I
Yeah.
think we need to change our thinking, and we need to change
Hmm.
the man's thinking and what's acceptable, and we need to hold them accountable for their animalistic behavior.
Right, because when I was dropping off my daughter for college, and they actually have these classes that they want the young ladies to go to, and they give them warnings. And I can remember seeing something about how not to get raped. So they have all of these things, and about, don't walk by yourself at night, don't do this, don't do that. And the question was raised, do you have an equal class over there with the guys to say how not to rape? I mean,
Hmm. Hmm.
you literally have taken ladies aside to tell them
Mm.
what not to do in order to protect themselves. Now, I understand that because you still want to, prevention as much as you can. But are the young men being cautioned about their behavior, or is it only on the women to make sure that they aren't lustful and may do something? It's only on us to control
Yeah,
and
I think that
burden.
they are putting it on the women. I think they're making it, the women are the ones that have to control it, and I think that they're making it that way, that the women, well, if you don't do this then they won't do that, and if you don't say this then they won't do that, and that's not right. It's exactly like you said. If one has to be taught not to do one thing, the men have to also be taught, well, the things that they can't do, that they need to keep in
Rape,
check
don't
and
make
be.
yeah, don't rape, don't make a lady feel uncomfortable.
Hmm.
Don't be a freaking animal, and they wouldn't want their mom or their sister put in that situation where they're made to feel uncomfortable just because they're a woman. So they need to pick, and they need to freaking teach that.
They do need to teach it, and they don't get it really at home. But I think, and you guys can say this, I can remember getting it at home about what you can and cannot do. As a, as a young lady, you can't do this and don't go there and don't do this. But I don't think that guys, if I think back, get that same type of caution to be like, because a lot of times they get, if they score, they get pat on the back for getting the girl and being aggressive and stuff like that. So, and then if they have a lot of sexual partners, a lot of girls, and they get to be like, he's great. Wow, he's a champion. But a woman can't have,
Yeah.
Can't even have one without being a hoe sometimes.
Right.
So yeah, I think it's teaching. So I don't know. I'll open up to the floor if anybody's made comments, Sandra, and also you mentioned about if anybody had any experiences totally feeling like prey.
Right. Okay, so Kim joined us too. Hi, Kim.
Hey, Kim.
Let's see. She said, to be honest, this one, but I like the cat calls.
Get it, girl. She'd be like, I'm looking good. Y'all go ahead. Y'all go ahead and tell me I'm looking good.
Yeah. She said, at the same time, I don't like the dangerous cat calls. Dangerous calls. Just a simple, hey, lady, or even baby. I do think women have a responsibility to dress and not to draw too much attention walking alone. And it's true, they do. But when are we going to level up, as we say, as a human race or species, and not
have to go through that?
Yes, exactly.
I remember I was at a club, and Lord knows how I was dressed because, well, I dress low cut and tight every day and to go to the grocery store. I mean, that's just what I do. So if y'all see me, be like, well, she over there at Disney World with a shirt. Yes, that's who I am. Okay. And I remember being at a club, and I had gone to the bathroom, and I was coming back. It was a hallway, and some guy just stood there and blocked me. And even though it was a lot of people in the club, that was very intimidating. And because I tried to move, and he blocked me, he wouldn't let me pass. I don't know what he said, but at that moment, first of all, he was getting ready to get a punch in the throat. But I felt something at that moment because I was like, I can't believe he's blocking me from getting past. It was just, so I've had those I did feel like prey at that moment, and I looked around like, what am I going to do? I mean, I've had once many years ago at the beach. This is why I don't even wear two pieces anymore. Not that I would look good on them right now, but at the beach, I mean, being picked up, me and my friend, by a guy we had one under each arm, and we think we there for each other. I got you, you got me. He had us both, and we couldn't do nothing.
Oh my God! You didn't know him?
No, I didn't know him. No. No. He said, "You want to take a picture with me?" And I was like, "No, we're not taking pictures or whatever." And actually, we did take a picture, and then he wanted to keep taking. I said, "No, we got to go," and he picked us up, just like that big guy. And at that moment, I realized just how vulnerable I was.
Yes, that's the I was looking for. Instead of fear, vulnerable.
Yes,
we're so vulnerable.
Yeah.
Yes.
And guys need to know that no means no, because they don't get it sometimes too. When you say no, they don't get it, and they still continue.
They think that, and okay, here's a question. So, sometimes no, they think that no doesn't mean no, because maybe in some cases no doesn't mean no, that the girl, they keep pushing, the girl will say yes.
Yeah, but they can't do that.
Yeah.
That's when we become prey.
Yeah.
No, I think you're going to change your mind. You're going to change your mind. And they just keep doing it. And sometimes a female might say yes, just to be able to get out of there, out of the situation, because they're not letting her get out. She gives in, and that you can't do that.
Yeah. Let me finish reading because Kim is on fire here. don't think of men as animals. I think they are far more visual than women. And adults need to teach boys proper conduct, just like the classes the girls are subject to. That's what we were saying.
Exactly.
She says, so Nina, she says, Juana,
Yeah.
you already know this, but ladies, I'm a mother of 5 sons. They're adults now, but I took the time to hold these discussions with them. And I started when they were in middle school.
Good.
I remember hearing my husband speaking to them about anything because they don't
didn't register. It didn't register.
Know that you need to talk to them about it.
Right. That's exactly right. That's
Yeah.
exactly right. And we need more of that. What Kim has done is to talk to
Right.
your sons. And you're right. Men don't know. They're so oblivious. Now, there may be we have somebody in the background here that helps us get on. And are you listening, Arthur?
Oh, there he is. Now he's on.
Okay, he's a male voice, so we just want to have just a second of a male opinion about what we're saying as feeling like prey. What do you have to say about that?
No, nothing ever yet.
He finally moved. He finally moved. I had already asked him to move, and tried to get by, and then he finally moved. But he was saying something to me, and I was like saying, "Can I get by? Excuse me." And he was kept blocking me. I mean, and like, just really taking up the whole. Very physical. It's very.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you don't think that to say, "Oh, I'm scaring her," or I'm,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so they're saying they can't hear Arthur, so I'm gonna kind of need. Do you want to phrase what he was saying?
Oh, Arthur, you could not be heard. Okay, you guys couldn't hear Arthur. He made so many good points.
I know he was on a roll.
He was on a roll. He said, as far as me, oh, I'm so sorry you couldn't hear him because it was good. He said that as far as me being blocked by the guy, that he thought that, the guy didn't look at it as being intimidating me or anything, that he probably looked at it as being cool, that was a cool move to do and be like, let me throw this on her and try to talk to her, as opposed to making me feel so vulnerable and ready to be like, okay, let me look around, I might need help. That a lot of times guys don't think like that in social circles. And a lot of times within their social circles with guys, especially young guys, it's expected to have that type of behavior.
You're seen as cool.
Right, right. They expect that. And he also said, you should grow up and grow out of that as a man. But and a lot of times that doesn't happen. But yeah, I mean that's a thought that men don't look at it as I am a guy and have you cornered, um, they look at it like I'm making a move and it's cool. Let me just see if it works.
Yeah.
Uh,
Let me
but
ask author one question,
okay,
additional question, and then I'll repeat back to the audience what he's
Well, I
saying.
think I think I have my audio working now.
okay, guys, can you hear him now?
Let me ask. Okay, so my question, author, is, like Jeff doesn't get it. He doesn't get. I mean, he gets it now that Caitlin and I explained it to him, but he didn't get it before because I'm gonna call it male privilege.
Mhm.
That feeling of vulnerability that women get. Do you understand? Have you ever thought about it before, or where were you on that conversation, or were you aware of it before this
Before it's
discussion?
brought up. Yeah.
And
Okay.
I think I hear you.
Can you guys hear Arthur? Go
Well,
ahead.
Yeah, they
I,
said yes.
I
Okay.
think to be honest, I probably didn't think about it as a young adult male. I thought about it once I had daughters
Mhm.
Okay,
Mhm.
because
good for you.
then I started thinking about the things that I did as a guy and thinking,
The
would I want
nasty
someone?
ass.
Would I?
Yeah.
What?
Say with your nasty ass. Okay, go ahead.
Like, and I'm thinking, would I want someone to treat my daughters in that way? And I'm like, and I thought about someone. I was like, well, no, I wouldn't really want that. And so, um,
Right.
I can I can now see that um, some of the trying to figure out how to put this. Just that some of those situations now that again, I thought I might have thought I was being cool or something, that I
Mhm.
was really
Mhm.
and sometimes you can see the look on a woman's face, and that there might be something akin to it. Certainly an anxiety, maybe not necessarily fear, but certainly like they're uncomfortable, and and it kind of snaps you like, oh, I'm making her uncomfortable. Let me back up. It's like being in an elevator. You don't want to stand too close to a woman on an elevator if it's just the two of you, because you might make her feel threatened. So I
Yes,
always stand in the corner, the opposite corner, and if I'm in that situation, so that
that's good.
I'm not making her feel like there's any issue, or like in any
But
threatening manner.
but you didn't come to this until after you had daughters. Didn't
Yeah,
come to
pretty
this
much, pretty much.
realization. Okay, that's a long time.
Eh,
I'm just saying, some men maybe never come to that, that click, the light bulb click on, and so that's interesting. Say the part about, since they couldn't hear you, where you had told Sandra about walking at night. Just
oh,
can
okay.
you?
I mean, I
Uh,
think the thing about as far as walking at night was I understand why I don't have a problem walking around my neighborhood at night or going out at night in the backyard in the dark, because I'm a big guy, and the likelihood that someone's going to jump me is pretty low, and, especially because of the community I live in and all that. In other areas, I might think more about it, but I understand. I think that a woman should be more cautious, more understand that feeling of vulnerability, because I think they are more vulnerable. Women are more vulnerable,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
now maybe once the gloves come off, maybe the guy's going to get his butt kicked, but in all likelihood, that's probably not what's going to happen. So I think that
right,
in
right.
that case, women should be more vigilant about what's going on around them, aware of their surroundings and everything, uh, far differently than as guys, we probably should be more too, but we're not. We aren't,
Yeah,
doesn't
especially if we're
register with them.
familiar with the area.
Doesn't register with
because
them.
you guys can take care of yourself, and it, people can overpower you, of course, but
Correct.
I think when we're vulnerable because we can be overpowered more easily.
And
Hmm.
we're prey because a guy will look and say, "Yes, I can. Not only can I take her, but like I'm stronger than her, but also because as being that the male and the women, weak and strong, that mentality, but also because I think a lot of guys are brought up to think that women are prey. I mean,
Yeah,
I just do that it's okay to approach them and to be aggressive and things like that. So, and
You
society gives
think
them
they
a
were
pat on the
taught
back.
that at home,
Well,
or do
no,
you
I don't.
think a society taught them
I
that?
think society says it's okay. What were you going to say, Arthur?
I
What do
was
you
gonna
think?
say, yeah. I don't think that maybe in some cases, I think maybe some fathers are teaching their sons to be, you got to be aggressive, or forward, and because how else are you going to meet someone if you're not? But again, I think that as you get older, you should understand there are limits on that and there are boundaries that you can't cross, and start to understand that. Um,
Now, let me last question, at least for me. Maybe. Um,
as long as you're not calling me nasty ass, I'm okay.
It's the wine. It's the
I
wine talking.
nasty ass.
Nina did.
Oh my god.
Yes, you did.
It wasn't me.
Oh my god. Okay, so
It was
um,
excellent talking. It wasn't me.
okay, so you have a younger son. He's the baby of the family, and two older daughters.
All right.
Did you talk to your son about this issue?
I've
Because
had
you had by then, so
yeah, I've had a discussion with him, or some discussions, kind of casual about it,
mhm,
and everything. So
okay,
I've tried to, that you should be um, polite, that you should be
respectful.
respectful. Thank you. As
Yeah.
far as women are concerned, and all that. So I remember one thing that's never left me, that my dad told me, was that you should never call a woman ugly,
Ooh,
and that has just stuck with me.
that's interesting.
That is. That might be a topic.
Mm-hmm.
No.
And why did he tell you never to call a woman ugly?
I think it was just a part of being respectful, and I mean, and my dad was born in like 1914, so he he was.
What?
So,
Sorry. Okay. I'm gonna let it go.
okay. All right. Did anybody have any questions for Arthur before he mutes himself and goes about his business?
Thank you, Arthur, for your male
Yes.
opinion.
That was I did learn something a little bit.
Not all men are animals, I will say, and Arthur's a very good guy, and so is my husband. So not all men are animals.
Okay. There we go.
No,
That's all I
absolutely
wanted to hear.
not.
That's all I
Okay.
wanted to hear.
You're
Yeah.
Thank you,
You
ladies.
represented your species well. Live
Arthur.
long and prosper.
Men.
Okay.
Okay, so wait a minute. I gotta read something funny from Kim.
Oh, Nina.
She said that basically, I'm going to paraphrase, so I can't find it. She said she never really had the problem with catcalling because she's a thin woman, so she never really had the problem of catcalling. That's probably why she likes it and I said, well, I'm a woman with a lot of junk in the trunk, so I'm catcalled all the time. Well, I used to be when I was younger because I had a big ass back then too. So,
Wait, you trying to say your big ass is not just wine? My big ass is not just because I'm drinking wine. I was born with this ass. So there. Okay, I'm with you with that. Listen, I got you. I'm right here.
how long I see it? How long I see it? Yes, I gotta make it. Okay, but then she said that her sister, who was like 2 years younger than her, and her sister's friend, they were walking, and a car drove past them and slapped them on the ass at 12. Can you
Oh
believe
no.
that? Is
Oh my God.
that is
Wait, have you guys
wow?
ever been
I'm
slapped on the
just
ass?
flabbergasted.
You slapped on the ass, Sandra. You slapped on the ass?
Well, I'm gonna ask that woman. Multiple. I told you that story. This
Right. What about you, Leanne? You got any? You slapped in the ass? That is horrible to be slapped in the ass.
Yeah, there's
Oh.
been people that have said stuff about my ass because it's bigger than a normal white person's ass. So I have been told. But I was just thinking about a time that I was at Daytona Beach, and there was this young girl. Yeah, and there was cars driving down the beach, and a car drove by and grabbed her behind her ass.
Wow.
And it was, and then they drove off, and she didn't say nothing, and the car behind them did it, and it was like all these cars. Yeah, and I said that girl. She didn't say anything. She enjoyed it. She thought she was because she was getting that attention.
Oh, she liked it. Oh.
She didn't mind it at all. I remember that.
Okay, so
Wow.
my experience with kind of like being, I don't know, sexualized, I guess, as a young girl. I mean, I was probably like 12, 13, and a friend and I were walking down the street. And I mean, like in a neighborhood, the south side of Chicago, but we're in a neighborhood, and this guy, he drives past us real slow. He drives up a little bit and he stops the car, and he is jerking off when we walk out and everything. It's
Oh, that's the worst. Oh,
was
that's disgusting.
over 13. I was like, oh my God. I
Wow.
was like totally freaked out.
He was standing there doing it, or he was in the car?
In the car, this is a grown ass man,
Wow.
young boy or anything. He was like 50, I guess. I don't know, 40 or 50. He was old.
Wow.
I mean, to me at that age, it's like,
What a predator. I wouldn't put it past that he did something more than that later.
Yeah.
Wow, that's disgusting.
and it's like, I didn't feel comfortable even continuing. We turned around and went back home because it's like, we didn't know if he was going to try to get us, somewhere or
right.
where or
Wow.
whatever,
Disgusting. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. All right. Any other comments to follow up on? We're going to hit another topic that's going to segue into another.
Mary joined us. Hi, Mary.
Hi, Mary. How are you?
Those author from school.
Oh, okay.
And she says, we cutting up, ladies. Y'all ladies cutting up.
Oh, yeah. Look, my wine is telling me I'm not cutting up. It's my wine cutting up. Okay. All right. And Leanne, you had a little bit of a topic that kind of feeds into this. I thought it was interesting. Well, go ahead. What's your topic?
Well, my topic is, you have a man. He has two women in his life. One is a really strong woman, and then one is a rather weak woman. But he's rather be with the stronger woman, but he's intimidated by the stronger woman. So he stays with the weaker woman. Have we experienced any of that? Have we ever been that stronger woman where the man has chosen not to be with us and stay with the weaker woman because she's weak? Or do we know of anyone that has happened to?
Very
You want to take it first, Nina?
No, you go ahead. I'm still percolating. It's percolating.
You're thinking, okay, so when I was, let's see, I guess I was a sophomore in high school when I met my first real boyfriend. And we were together for many, many years. I mean, we, probably like 8 years or something. No, probably more than that, because I was with him through high school graduation into college. So, but we were together for a long time. My family loved him. He would travel with us, everything. So then as we got kind of older, we kind of grew apart, but we were still together. And then I found out he was seeing someone else. I was too, but that's okay.
That's another story. Come on, that's another Oprah. But anyway,
Oprah. But okay, so the way I found out is, so I'm at his house, and I was really close to his family too. And I was at his house, and then this girl shows up, and I'm like, okay, I didn't really think of it. It could be anybody. So, she said, well, what is she doing here? So then I figured out that this would be his side piece. So we went into like the bedroom, to three of us, to have a conversation.
Oh,
no. Oh,
I thought it was the story about to really get good.
I wasn't into threesomes.
I got my snacks here. I was like, this is about to get good.
I was waiting.
That was before.
Well, let me fill up my wine glass. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Sandra.
Oh my God. You guys finished cutting up now.
Okay.
Leanne is dying over here. She's had almost 2 bottles of wine by herself since 3:00.
Oh, wow.
Yes, she's ready.
Ready to go. Ready to go.
So, okay, so we're talking and stuff like that, and she's like, well, I thought you stopped seeing her, and she's saying some stuff, and then I guess she went to like attack me, and our boyfriend, because we were sharing him at that point, even though we
Our boyfriend.
Oh,
he punched her in the face.
Oh my God.
he punched
Like,
her in
back
the
up.
face.
He thought she was gonna try to hit me. He thought she was gonna hit me. So he punched her in the face.
Oh my God. Wow. Woo!
Oh my God. That's not the story. Okay,
Yeah.
so anyway, so him, she was the weak one. I was the strong one.
Yeah.
She was the one, the clingy one. She was the one who couldn't handle, whatever, that I was still there, basically. And, he decided he wanted to be with me, but I was double him because I had my other squeeze on the side.
You have a nerve in there. You're seeing something.
No, that wasn't me. That was her.
Oh, that was her. Okay.
I was like already kind of checked out, so I was not invested. I didn't think I had a dog in the fight, but they got into a fight.
Yeah.
Oh.
So he wanted to be able
So
to
what
manage,
happened?
because he could manage her.
He wanted to be with me because I was the one who had everything together. I mean, she had, not that there's anything wrong with people having kids in their teens, but she had, gotten pregnant early, had a baby, and, stuff like that. And I was, going to school, getting education, and, had good family and stuff like that. And she was like, so I was the one who had everything together. So he wanted to be with me as the strong one. Whereas this weak one over there, she was like willing to be with him, even though he knew he had a girlfriend.
So she was clingy and
Yes.
desperate in a way.
Right.
And he knew he could have her at any point that he wanted her, but that's
Exactly.
not. Yeah. I think a lot of guys get intimidated by women who have any kind of strength behind them.
Yeah,
I really do. It's really easy to manipulate, and and they always think, oh, she'll be there when I come back to her. But a strong woman, I think they look up to strong women and women that have their stuff together. I really do. I think they look up to that. That's what they want, but they don't know if that's what they can handle.
Yeah, I think they get intimidated by a really strong woman.
Absolutely.
I think that's why they go to the weaker woman, because then it makes them feel stronger because they're weak. Trying to compete with a stronger woman, they kind of lose that strength.
Right. And it's it is a power balance, because if you're a strong woman, you're not giving up your power to anyone.
Exactly.
So, and a strong woman, honest to God, a strong woman know they can get that thing anywhere.
That bang. Well,
That bang.
So it's not even about that. It's not even about that.
Yeah. Okay, so Mary said she doesn't like weak men. Kim said the video keeps stalling, but it's buffering. I don't know. They maybe on your end, Kim, or maybe our end. Kim says, LOL. Oh, a conversation. Valerie joined us. Valerie.
Hi, Valerie.
Kim said, y'all's boyfriend punched one of his girlfriends. LOL.
And she probably still with him today. She probably with that man today.
I think they had a baby together.
Oh, they did have a baby together? Wow.
Well, wait a minute. After the threesome, what happened? So you left and she stayed after he punched, he punched her in the face?
He punched her in the face and then he ran.
Oh, he ran? Oh, little punk. He thought he ran.
Really, I think he was disappointed in himself. But he explained to me later that he really thought she was going to attack me.
Yeah.
And I was just there like, whatever. But
did you ask him, why'd you run?
Well, he said he was ashamed, but that doesn't give any run, Forrest, run.
He sounds like a winner.
He was the one who couldn't read.
Wow. Take off running. I'm
Yeah.
glad she wasn't a big brute out of a man. He gonna
He
protect
would have beat
you.
us up.
Yeah, he punch him in the face and run, and you left with the big brute of the man who mad now. He's mad.
But then I'm left there to try to comfort her and get ice on her eye.
Oh no! And she stayed with him. Okay, and he
Yeah.
ran. Oh my
He
gosh!
Kim
And
said, and I told Kim, I said, yes, Kim, it's not funny. I'm only laughing because of the wine. It's not funny that a man.
no, that's not funny. But the fact that he
No.
ran, what's wrong with him?
Run, Forrest, run, you know?
Yeah, and then
Kim
that's
said,
horrible.
a dime a dozen. I don't know what that means, Kim. Kim said he ran after he punched his other girlfriend in the face and yes.
Oh my god! Yeah,
It's
a loser. Woo!
okay, that's my story about the weak men versus the
So
weak women.
the threesome was over after that, right? After he
Yeah,
punched her in the face,
You know,
it was done. Well, she stayed with him. The other girlfriends was like, I won. She like, I won. I took my man, and she with him. They had a baby together.
black eye and all.
out of wedlock, and I don't know. You know,
Yeah. I think she was desperate.
yes,
I think
yes,
that weak women are just easy for men. I don't think that that's who they want, but that's what they can get, and it's just easy. I think that men are easily intimidated. There was a quote, I don't know, an author wrote this, which is men are afraid that women will laugh at them, but women are afraid that men will kill them. And that's kind of like a true statement of the differences.
that kind of goes to what we were talking about before, though.
Right.
Actually,
That's exactly right.
yes,
That ties them both in. So yeah, men do want that weak woman who won't laugh at them. They that's what they need. They're afraid. They get angry and so there must be some kind of weakness. But yeah, but a strong woman, a woman who got their stuff together, is like a catch to men.
yeah,
And I just wish more women would recognize, get your stuff together. You will have your pick of men because
yeah.
they know that
Yep.
you are rare and and you're not chasing after them. I had one guy say, this was like in high school, it was like 150 years ago in high school. He said something to me, and he was a really good looking guy on the basketball. He was hot, okay, on the basketball team, and man, they were winning and stuff. And he said something like, he said that he had some, like in his fantasy, it was like, how I would walk in the room. It's kind of weird. It's going to be weird when I say this, but it wasn't weird at the time when he said this. I walk into a room and all the girls look, everybody look but you. And then he went on, and I was like, that just stuck in my head. But he's used to women throwing themselves at him. And he was attracted to the one who was like, that did not. That's it. And actually, I heard the story of Michael Jordan and his first wife before he cheated
Cookie,
her ass.
Cookie.
No, not Cookie. That's Michael Jordan's.
Magic Johnson's married a Cookie.
Oh,
yeah, that's Magic. Michael Jordan, and the name was Juanita.
Juanita, yeah.
And how he was attracted to her because she didn't throw herself. She worked in the office with the basketball or whatever. She didn't pay him no mind. All of a sudden, I guess, I don't know, maybe she was a challenge or something. And he went after her. That's how but so, when really good looking or successful guys, if you be like, and I've said this to many, you ain't that good looking. I look as good as you. Okay. That's how this works around here. It's like, I'm not throwing myself at you, but it's like a lot of guys who are good looking and, have money and stuff. They look for the girl who don't throw themselves at them. That's who they want. Absolutely.
They want the
That's
challenge.
who they want. So yeah, and I just thought it was weird. I was like, that's a weird little story he told me, but that's what his fantasy. He was talking about some stuff. I was like, that is weird. Did I not pay attention to him? Apparently I didn't. For him to tell me that. And that was a big thing for him.
Yeah.
They like the strong woman, the women that got their stuff together. And I hope every woman takes notes. Don't chase a man.
Exactly. There doesn't, like someone said in the comments, there doesn't.
Don't chase a man. Amen. Any other comments? Because we're closing in on our hours, so we're gonna rate our wine. You could probably tell what my rating is gonna be with the buzzability. You want to guess? Who among you want to guess?
Let's see. What could it be?
I can tell you what my buzzability score is, but you can tell me. Okay. So, any other comments, Sandra?
Kim she was wondering how long the three of us talked. So I was wondering if she meant on the podcast real life, because I think that chemistry we have is off the chain here. She
how long
said,
the three of us talk? You mean
how long since the three of us talked? She said, when's the last time the three of y'all talked? So I didn't know if she meant on the podcast or in real life.
She's talking about you, that lady, and that guy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That was.
Where are you, Kim? What are you talking about? Okay.
I thought she meant the three of us.
Oh,
okay.
Wondering about our connection here that we have here. But yeah, it's been. This was. What is she doing? What is she doing?
I have to snack and eat. When I get strong wine, I have to snack and eat. So go ahead. What were you saying?
oh my God.
I told you, Leanne, but yeah, it's been probably 40 years since I saw this guy.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's it's been a very long time, and I've been married 27 years, and I haven't been,
So that's been a thing a while ago. Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. You guys want to rate your wine? If no one has something else to say, Leanne is cracking up. Why are you cracking up, Leanne?
I got to drink. We do the podcast.
You got what?
I got to drink more before the podcast because Leanne is having a hell of a time.
I am. It's funny. Anita is hysterical tonight.
I'm having a good time too.
I never thought I would be the straight man.
You are tonight. What happened, Sandra? Falling down on a goddamn job.
Off the rails when you two are going off the rails. You got to steer a freaking ship.
Okay. Next time. Be better next time. Be better. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and rate our wines for you guys. So we have 3 different wines, of course, that we talked about. And we will definitely post this after the wine club. I mean, after this is over, so that you know, and you'll be able to search, on the Facebook. Oh my God, you guys disappear. I hope you can see me.
We can see you.
We can see you.
Okay. All right. So anyway, I will. We can post. We're gonna post. And that way we can give our recommendations for you guys for your wine, your wine choices. Always search our group under red wine or white wine or rosé, because I do label the reviews. And that way, if you're actually in a store, you can actually do a quick search and see what wines that we have recommended. And that way you can purchase it. So go ahead, Sandra, why don't you go ahead and be the first to rate the wine?
Oh, don't try to straighten up now. Too late for that.
I got my shirt on. I've been behaving. That's how you know I've been behaving. I got my shirt on. Okay, go ahead.
Are you guys done?
Mm-hmm.
Leanne is still.
Okay, I'm ready.
I'm ready.
Okay, so to the only sober person on the panel tonight, yes, I am wearing the crown well tonight. I am drinking the Silk and Spice. It's a 2018 red blend from Portugal, one of my favorite countries. 13% alcohol. It's juicy. That word, but I like to say
Just like you. Juicy like
you.
you.
I'm juicy. Okay, so it has notes of vanilla, And the grapes are indigenous from Portugal, and it says that you can't get that taste anywhere else except using the indigenous grapes of Portugal. I really like this wine. I kind of said that it tastes a little bit like the troublemaker that I reviewed the last time,
Yeah.
because it was fruity, but it's not as fruity as the troublemaker. I really like this one. I give the taste a 9. The cost I believe it was $11.99 at Wally World, Walmart. And the buzzability, I'm going to give it an 8 because I didn't rate the cost. I would give the cost a 9 also. And then the buzzability, I give it an 8, so that's a score of a 27. I recommend this one.
I
The
recommend.
Silk
Okay,
and
that's good.
Spice, Portugal,
What was the price again? How much?
$11.99.
11.
Okay, yeah, that's not so.
Yeah.
It's not going to break the bank. Okay, what about you,
Yeah.
Leanne?
Okay, I am drinking, and it's called Ava. And it's good. It's got taste of raspberries, blueberries, and spice with a hint of vanilla. It tastes really good, so I'm going to give the taste probably an 8.5. The cost was $8.99 at Publix, so
Wow.
it was on sale. So the cost, I'm going to definitely say a 9. And the buzzability, well, I'm going to it's a 13%, but this is my second bottle today, so I'm going to go ahead and give it a 10. No, I'll give it a 9. I'll be faithful to it. I'm going to say a 9.
Okay.
So
What
that's
did it add up to? What was it?
9, 9, and 8.
that's
I don't,
26.
don't make me count.
Okay.
No, that's the 26. I'm
That's
sorry.
a 26.
was
Yeah, that's a 26. Okay.
That's 26. Yeah.
Okay. So my wine tonight, I did pick it up on BOGO at Publix. So I paid $19.99 and I got 2. I'm gonna rate it as I do with all my BOGOs because I think it was a great deal to just pay $10 for this. But I always rate, would I pay this again for $19.99? You know what? You know what? I would. I would buy this sucker again at the regular price of $19.99. This is 15.9%. It's a 2017 vintage, 15.9%. It was aged in bourbon barrels, so there is a flavor. This is so bold and flavorful. And when I first tasted it, I said, "Oh my God, this is strong." I say that about a mixed drink. I don't usually say that about wine,
Mm.
but it hit me and I said, "This is strong." Um, Once it's opened up some, so and I'm sure, and I drank this without an aerator or anything like that. I think once it opens up, it's going to taste even better. Right now I'm at a 9, so if it tastes better, it'll be a 10. But I'll rate it at a 9, and the cost $19.99 for me to be enjoying this, that's a 9 too. And then the buzzability. Who wants to guess? Who wants to guess?
I say a 10.
You are correct. You win the refrigerator freezer. The Amana refrigerator freezer. Yeah, because the buzzability is, I'm telling you, it is off the charts. You don't look how much I've drank. I haven't even drank that much. It's not like I've been drinking all day. This is a really tasty, good wine that I would go and find and purchase again, even if it wasn't on BOGO. And it tastes good. It's opening up as since we've been here, and the taste gets better and better. It is such a bold flavor that I definitely have to recommend.
Yes.
100%.
All right. So we're all happy today.
I
Tonight
am
with our
very happy. Yes, I'm very happy that I had a couple of wonk wonk in the
You
last
did.
couple of weeks that really irritated me, but this was a happy night for me.
That's a red blend, Nina.
It says red wine. Red
Oh,
red
yeah.
wine. It just
It
says
says
red
yeah,
wine.
yeah.
I don't know what it's blended with. I mean, it's very
Bourbon.
flavorful, very bold. It's a tasty, tasty 100% tasty wine. So totally, totally enjoy this wine. Okay.
Great.
Is there any other comments before we sign off?
Karen said Nina's having a good time. And I said,
Boom! Karen, you win the Amana refrigerator freezer. You got that right.
I are. Yeah.
And
This
you
is a
get
good
a car,
night.
and you
I
get a
picked a
car, and
good
you get
one.
a car.
You get a car. Everybody get a car. I picked a good wine for tonight because I was feeling a little down after everything that's happened this week. This cheered me up. I say go out and get it, and you got to cheer yourself up, guys.
Yeah.
Also,
And this podcast really, cheered me up too. Very light. Even though we started with the serious topic, we went into some crazy stuff. And you guys, I love to see the laughter with you guys. I mean, it's just like somebody had to be like the straight person. Everybody
I know. You're never the straight person. How did that happen?
everybody can be
Straight person. You need to go, Sandra, seriously, and pick this up. You need to go there. Next meeting.
I'm asking you over for drinks this week on your patio, and you just open that other bottle, and I'll have.
There you go.
That's how it's got to work. She's getting free wine. Okay, Arthur, are you still around?
Yes, I am.
Okay, I'm listening to any other comments because we can go ahead and sign off.
Yep.
Did
All
Arthur
right.
leave?
No. All right, signing off for now. This is Nina.
I'm Sandra. Happy New
And
Year.
I'm Marianne.
Woo!